Hey Tucker, I appreciate your time. Firstly, thank you for taking the time to answer a few questions about your experience so far working with Ascend. I really appreciate it, and I wanted to get your honest feedback on, what it's been like working with us. And so, firstly, just to start off with, Tucker, I just wanted to ask, can you give a quick overview of your business and who you sell to?
Yeah, of course. No, thanks, Junior. My name is Tucker. I'm the founder of FinCopy Solutions, and we provide content marketing services to financial advisors and RIAs in the United States. And more recently, we've been focusing on search engine optimization and answer engine optimization for financial advisors.
Excellent. And there's definitely a huge demand, a growing demand amongst advisors. So a great little niche there, Tucker. And my next question is just, essentially before working with Ascend, just talk us through how you were generating opportunities. What might have been working, maybe what wasn't quite working.
Yeah, before working with Ascend, it was pretty much myself generating all of the leads, doing a lot of manual LinkedIn outbound, and doing all the follow up sequencing myself and holding the calls. And that worked okay for a little bit. But ultimately, as a company, we wanted to scale past just myself doing everything and really build a repeatable and kind of scalable outbound motion that we can rely on, and that we can rely on to grow the business. And so that's why we wanted to reach out to Ascend, and we think that it'll allow us to really level up as an agency and take on a lot new clients.
Definitely. Thanks for sharing, Tucker. And I agree. A lot of people that we talk to, want to scale, and they have. It's not that they don't have methods that don't work. A lot of the methods that we do, even if they're manual, they do work. But if you're wanting to scale, then you really do need systems and automations and processes in place. And so glad to hear that we can help somewhat in that area. Now, and what made you decide, Tucker, to start working with us instead of doing it in-house or going with someone else entirely?
Well, I think there's a lot of sales organizations out there, but there's not a lot of groups that understand the financial services sector that well. And our prospects have a lot of unique needs. And so finding a team like Ascend that really does understand the industry, because this is what you solely focus on, is really unique. And it allows us to work together without me having to explain a lot of the kind of foundational things you need to know when talking to these people. I think you guys understand their pain points already really well because that's what you focus on, and it's just not that common in the industry. So that's a very special kind of niche understanding that we liked. And then really we got a warm referral from another client of your guys's, and I think there's a big world of agencies out there, and anytime you can get a warm referral or recommendation from someone you trust, which this person I think very highly of, that referred you guys, like, that speaks more than anything else. And so that's really all we needed to know.
Great to hear. Thanks, Tucker. And yeah, you're right about advisors. They're a unique bunch, and there's specific like issues that they face. There's specific language they speak, and and we like to leverage our experience in financial services to help with that. So thanks for sharing there. And just quickly, Tucker, what's the experience been like so far? Talk us through any kind of traction or signals that you've started to see so far.
The experience has been really great. I mean, it's been there's really multiple components at play here. I think when you're standing up an outbound function from nothing, and of course you have the technical infrastructure side, which personally that's not in my wheelhouse. I'm not a very technical person when it comes to setting up the, I don't even know how many, email inboxes we have going and stuff like that. So from a technical standpoint, that was very helpful. But also beyond just kind of executing the workflows that we're talking about, I think your team has been really helpful when it has come to just advising on the sales process. And that kind of brings it back to the fact that you guys focus solely on financial services and have a lot of experience in the sector, because you can kind of help me understand best practices for running a scalable outbound motion, because like I said, this is pretty new to me. I've kind of done everything one off manually. So working with you guys has been helpful in several ways. And I think with the kind of strategy that we have in place and the infrastructure that we have in place, I'm very optimistic on what that means for bringing in new prospects and growing through, the rest of this calendar year. So I'm looking forward to continuing working together.
Yeah, likewise, Tucker, and you've been one of the best clients that I've worked with. Really easy to speak with and get along with, and bounce ideas off. So I'm looking forward to continuing our work together. And Tucker, just my last question is basically based on what you've seen so far. Who would you say Ascend is a good fit for, and would you recommend us to others?
Gosh, yes. Well, I would definitely recommend you guys to others. I mean, I think, again, advisors and financial services are interesting. They're such a specific ICP, but there really are so many advisor tech solutions and companies that sell into this ICP. And I think as technology just keeps getting better, I personally know of so many new kind of AI startups that are targeting RIAs, and of course service-based agencies that are targeting RIAs. And so I think there's a lot of companies out there that are working on solutions that Ascend could help scale. And beyond RIAs, I see like very similar um, experiences with local banks or local credit unions and other financial services. So I would say any kind of tech company or service-based agency that's selling into really any financial services firm, I think could benefit a lot from working with Ascend.
Thank you, Tucker. I really appreciate your time today, and all the kind things that you've said, and right back at you in terms of working together. I look forward to continuing to deliver a good service to you, Tucker, and helping you to scale up. Thank you so much for your time today.
Thank you, Junior.